Gangnam Style. Father to a husband, son. Husband to a murdered wife. And I to have my vengeance with this life or the next. I mean, that just sounds like fucking Batman. Are you ready for this? Yep, we're running without the Baffle today. I've not actually ridden it properly without the Baffle before, so I want to get my immediate impressions of that in terms of power and stuff. But also, not sure if you've stuck around for the last video, I had a bit of a problem with what feels like a falling issue. You know, it feels like the front end dropping and fucking falling out underneath me kind of thing. And I've basically whacked my tyre pressures up, and I'm going to see if that's fixed the problem, because if it is, this is a public service announcement to make sure that you watch out, make sure that your tyre pressures are all sorted for winter. I've also pulled the bars back again, back and forward like a fucking yo-yo they are, but hey, it's one of them. Right, I think that's everything. I forgot to put the levers down though. Oh, that quick shifter is so smooth. I can feel already that that's solved my problem. Straight away, tyre pressures have fixed my problem. So there you go, boys and girls. Don't forget to check your tyre pressures in the winter. Yep, that's 10 times better. Okay, so there's a lesson for you boys. Don't fuck about the tyre pressures at this time of year. It can drastically change the geometry and feeling and handling of your bike, and it's also unsafe as well. I've whacked them basically up to 36 a piece again, and I'll see how they get on. I do need to sort these levers out. I don't know why I didn't do it yesterday, but yeah, running with the Baffle out for the first time, and the quick shifter on this since taking the servo off is so much nicer. That's one thing that I didn't pick up on my video, is how the servo, how taking the servo off has completely changed the quick shifter now. Like, it just goes up and down like nothing. Through first is still a little bit of a jerk, but otherwise it's really good. Like, it's so smooth now, and I can assume that mapping it will make that even better. I will eventually get down to 34 even when it gets to, or maybe even 33 when it gets to a proper winter time, but for now it's absolutely boiling outside. I'm actually warm for the first time in a very long time, so I won't be changing that for a while. I'll stick with 36 even. I really like 36 as a tyre pressure, to be honest. You know, it gives me enough feel, but also with this bike as well, you've got to remember that it's quite a powerful bike. The tyre pressures are going to be massive in terms of keeping longevity for these tyres, so I'm definitely an advocate of tyre pressures, increasing tyre pressures to increase longevity of the tyre, but at the same time balancing it out enough so that you don't compromise grip. That's all. So that's one to note. But that sounds beast. It sounds really nice, and it's not too loud actually. I've got earphones in, earplugs sorry, to help with the noise in the motorway, but that's actually not as bad as I thought. It's just a lot deeper and a lot sort of nice V20 than with the Baffle in the standard. So I would like the initial part of the rev range to be a bit more responsive, and that is where tuning comes into it, you see. Fucking thing pulls like a steam train, man. I absolutely love this thing, and it just sounds so much nicer without the Baffle. But yeah, it's definitely fixed that problem. I've also come out 3 clicks of compression at the front, and I've also taken some of the preload out of the back. I went quite high on preload, which obviously put my arse up after changing the compression, and it was a bit too much for me, especially with wheelies. I was quite tight in compression as well, so I've come out 3 clicks, and that's just made a massive difference. And that's what you get with decent suspension. You know, 3 clicks out makes a huge difference out of a range of 25 or 27 I think it is on this bike. Look at that, I've fucked up my fucking gloves coming apart now. That's fun. 4 or 5 psi in the front difference, it makes a huge change. This is why I run them even. And obviously with the geometry changes of when you're altering suspension, you have to take that into consideration as well. So maybe it was a little bit too much on the God, that sounds so good. I cannot wait for the day where I can properly map this thing and get a proper exhaust on it, like a take the cats out, because there's definitely a weak spot at the bottom between 1 to 3,000 where it's not very, I don't know, it's just a bit slow in picking up, and I would like that to be gone. Listen to that quick shift. Ah, my eye! That was a fucking big ass fly. Why is it always flies? For some reason, taking the Baffle out seems to have made the quick shifter even better, which I did not know was possible. God, that sounds good. It just sounds so good. Oh yeah, man. You know, removing that cat. Fucking hell, I flew over that bump then. Jesus. I also need a steering dampener. The steering dampener that comes stock on this bike is not very good at all. Oh, listen to that shit. If you're an owner of this bike, you will know the issues with the stock dampener, where it's just horrible. Like, you need to, a lot of people are putting thicker oil in, and I can't be arsed taking the thing apart. So at some point when I've got some money, which will probably be never, I'm looking at getting a steering dampener for it, just to help that out a little bit, because it is painful, you know, it is painful, especially when you're going over like little tiny potholes or little bits of a hillock or little undulations in the road. If you're going any kind of speed, your front end's just fucking speed wobbling like fuck. Just coming over that hill then, it was just one of those things. As soon as the front wheel, because you go up in the air, as soon as the wheel hits down, it just wants to wobble. And I've tried loads of different positions for the handlebars now, and none of them made much of a difference. Obviously with the wider bars, that's going to make it even worse, so. Okay. Don't know what that was. I think I might have touched the quick shifter. I've got different boots on, you see. I've got my slipper just up to full, which is probably why it's still I'll put that down to like 4. I like it at about 3 or 4. Yeah, that corner's so good. Oh wow, what a fucking wanker. Fucking idiot. Yeah, that sounds amazing now. Yep, check your tyre pressures, folks, because this is now a weapon again. Absolutely beautiful. And it sounds so bloody good. Not sure if you can see there, but I was getting I'm getting like 60 plus mile a gallon, and that's with me, you know, not taking it super easy, but I'm doing a lot of motorway miles. It was at 71 the other day when I filled up. I was fucking amazed. And at third gear as well, it's definitely picked up more at the bottom, like I said on my other video. Just like sort of, you know, 3,500 RPM. The thing just wants to go. It's absolutely beautiful, absolutely amazing. I'll keep saying it, but this bike is just fucking yes. And the fact that I'm getting really good mileage out of it, I'm able to tinker with it, I'm doing bits to it, it's easy to work on. I do love this thing, I really do. And it can sit here at 50, at 5th, and just poodle about like it's nothing. There you go, look at that. Hands off, I've pulled the bars right back to me now, in the forward position. And it's so comfortable, but goddamn, my back is absolutely killing me. And for some reason, the way that this is set up now, I'm not in too much pain, which is good. We'll see how long that lasts throughout this journey. But yeah, that slip. I've taken the slip down, the traction control down now, and it's miles nicer. It's not as intrusive on the downshifts. And it just sticks up and down into gear. It's absolutely, it really has changed. They've just taken the servo, putting the heel tech eliminator on. It's so much, there's so much good to it, and I don't have to fuck about with stupid MTC errors anymore or anything like that. Touch wood. I've not had any since that, and I usually get 1 or 2 a ride, and I've been out a few times since then, and good ass journeys as well. So I'm happy with that. I really am. Still need to fix those front brakes. The front brakes are still squishy. But look, stick up into gear, down gear, down gear. It just doesn't care. It is beautiful and I love it. I really, really love it. Oh, that sounds so good. I'm also looking at getting a quick action throttle, and I'm going to block off the SAS pair valve. So when I get a few quid, I'll do that as an upgrade. Take a bit of weight off and sort the fueling out a little bit, hopefully. And then also, it's just an emissions thing. It's not really going to do much to the horsepower or whatever, but yeah, bit of weight off, and it's just something to do. And then a quick action throttle, the little spaces that you can put in there. The quick action throttle's 150 quid, and I'm not spending that. There are some spacers online that you can put into the throttle, and apparently it sorts a lot of the problems out with the front, because there's quite a lot of just free play because it's not because it's ride by wire. There's quite a lot of free play in these sort of throttles sometimes, and I'm convinced that a bit of that is to do with the things like a cruise control, because cruise control, you can turn it off. You can turn the cruise control off by pushing the grip forward on a lot of bikes with cruise control. There's like another, you know, sometimes you brake, sometimes you go down a gear. But on this bike, one thing that does keep getting me is that when you downshift, it doesn't turn the cruise control off, or when you upshift, it doesn't turn the cruise control off. Whereas every other bike that I've had does do that, which is a little bit confusing, but it's one of them. So yeah, I'm going to get the little spacers, and hopefully they'll sort that little bit of free play, because it is fucking annoying, not going to lie. And I've heard good things. It's like the old Ducati spacers that they have on theirs. Good fucking god, that sounds amazing. I love this mirror. Oh, there's the coppers. Right boys, wish me luck on the journey. I'll see you very, very soon, I'm sure. And until the next time, for fuck's sake, thank you. Sod 'em out. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.